There's no way to make it in this world if you don't even try. You just gotta push, you just gotta fight to make it tonight. 'Cause I'm done being the one who takes the blame, done being the one who screams your name in the darkness of the night. And I'm done being the one who looks like a fool, done being the one you're too cool for. I wanna open your eyes. Oh, I'm done. I'm here. You're there. Oh, we don't say a word. We don't fake a smile. Do we even care? You think I'm okay? Oh, I go through the motions every day, not knowing what to say. You just gotta push. Well, you just gotta fight. Oh, to make it tonight. 'Cause I'm done being the one who takes the blame, done being the one who screams your name in the darkness of the night. And I'm done being the one who looks like a fool, done being the one you're too cool for. I wanna open your eyes. I'm trying to fight this sadness, holding back the tears. I'm hoping they won't come. Oh, there's no way to escape this madness, no way out of here. I told you I'm always near, not anymore, 'cause I'm done being the one who takes the blame, done being the one who screams your name in the darkness of the night. And I'm done being the one who looks like a fool, done being the one you're too cool for. I wanna open your eyes. 'Cause I'm done being the one who takes the blame, done being the one who screams your name in the darkness of the night. And I'm done being the one who looks like a fool, done being the one you're too cool for. I wanna open your eyes. Oh, I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rainwater Studios. It's Wednesday night. Tonight it's my pleasure to introduce to you my good friend Robbie Bowden. Robbie's been playing in Brown County for 64 years. He started with the clarinet in high school and then graduated to the guitar after he graduated high school. And in the 70s, he was a notorious member of the String Bean String Band with our neighbor Dave Gore down the road and a number of other accomplished musicians. Bob Lucas, I think you said?
Bob Lucas, Jim Moore, Scott Mary, Art Nash, John Rao. We had different members. Kenny Perilla and I were the only two originals left when we broke up the band in California just before Christmas of '77.
Wow. And you toured the Great Plains states, the Great Lakes states?
Yeah, the Eastern Seaboard, out in the Nebraska and Iowa, out in there. And
amazing.
We did that for 4 years and ended up in California for a year.
Wow. Well, thank you for coming down to our little valley, and thank you for gracing us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of the way and let Robbie do his thing. Welcome, Robbie. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Keenan. This song, I mentioned Kenny Perilla. We wrote this in the back of a van going to Chicago or Minneapolis or someplace. And Kenny and I wrote several songs together over the course of 4 years. This is called Gypsy. Traveling by night and all through the day, 1,000 miles just to get out and play. White lines, highway signs, another chance just to run away. Chicago, then Denver, places in between. Bright lights and all nights, rambling country scene. Wayfaring gypsy, traveling free. How long will it last? How long will it be? How long will it be? Sleepy towns, barroom clowns. Sometimes there's not much to do. Highway sounds spinning round. Sometimes I get those motel TV blues. But there's sun up in the mountains, cities in the rain. Sometimes it's never ending, and then I'm heading home again. Wayfaring gypsy, traveling free. How long will it last? How long will it be? How This next song I wrote when I lived in Colorado, and later on, after I was married, my wife, who is quite a writer herself, she helped me out with the lyrics and changed some and made it make more sense. So this is it's called "A High Lonesome Wind." Darling, dark-eyed lady, Lord, you make me smile. How I'd love to run to you and hold you for a while. It's been so long since I've been gone. See the look you wore. Told you that I had to go. I thought I needed more. And still I ride this high lonesome wind, wondering if this heart will sing again, like a river flows when loving grows, and my heart can mend again. Lately I've been thinking about what I've been through. If I were there again, I know what I would do. I'd take you in my arms, try to hold your smile. If I could win your love, could I stay a while? And still I ride this high lonesome wind, wondering if this heart will sing again, like a river flows when the loving grows, and my heart can mend again. Oh, thank you. This next song I wrote about a friend of mine. Slats Klug and I were playing a duo gig at a winery outside of Bedford, and this man shows up with these two of his grandchildren. He was 82 at the time, and from that point on, his whole family would come to see us play. Slats and I had a band as well as doing a duo. And we got to know the family, and I would get invited to some of their family get-togethers and cookouts and so on. And it turns out that Henry, the man I met in Bedford, played guitar. He had a couple of vintage guitars, and he loved the old country songs. And we would sit and play music before the food was ready, and I just loved that man. He was just the gentlest soul, and just everybody adored him. And he passed away at 85, and I got a phone call from a friend, said that Henry had gone. And so I wrote this song about a week later, I guess it was, a week or two later. Henry was a country boy. Looking back on a special life, so many sights and sounds, a father, children, and a wife, their history turns around. And in these times there is a heart in a family's loving place. The natural shining in their lives comes from a living grace. Henry was a country boy. He sang the old songs. We played Hank and Willie's stories of love gone wrong. He'd say, son, do you remember the one about the girl who got away? We talked about our favorite singers, ones who are still with us today. A wonderful soul, he gave his loved ones joy. He was my friend, that country boy. So we pray he rests in peace while he hears the angels sing of country roads that lead back home, warming breezes in the spring. A gentle soul, he gave his loved ones joy. We will always love him, that country boy. God bless our dear country boy. Thanks. Got the sweaty hands. That happens to me a lot. The Rolling Stones got sticky fingers, I got sweaty hands. This next song I wrote about growing up in Nashville, Indiana. We had a bunch of town kids. A bunch of town kids I hung out with, and we'd ride our bikes down to Salt Creek and spend a whole summer afternoon down there. But I got the idea for this song, it was like 7 or 8 years ago, and it took me 7 years to get it to where I wanted it. But finally, I got it, and it's called Sweet Young Song. Heading down to the cool green water in the hot July summertime, swimming for a while and fishing too, in the shade out of the sunshine. Those summer days, that sweet young song rolling through my mind. way back when is in my memory. Pictures in my older mind. In my dreams I go wandering, searching, hoping to find. For summer days, that sweet young song rolling through my mind. Troubled times, they come and go. So many roads I have seen, changing days and different lives. Right now I'm living in between. Way back when is in my memory. Pictures in my older mind. In my dreams I go wandering, searching, hoping to find. Those summer days, that sweet young song rolling through my mind. Thank you, folks. Well,
Robbie, I'm just going to step up here with you for a second and
Angel the dog.
chat with you a little bit.
Okay.
Earlier, when we were chatting, you said that you are sixth generation Brown County.
Yes, my great-grandmother came here. She was a Kelly. Came here in the 1830s, I think it was.
Wow. Yeah, I guess my parents went to high school here, and their parents were here over in the Peogue area. At least my dad's were. So I guess I'm fourth generation. I thought that was deep roots, but you kind of make me feel like an upstart.
Nah.
I come here. Anyway, I was wondering if all of your travelings, have you been to every state?
No, I haven't. A lot of them. And we spent a week in Toronto playing a club up there. That was fun. Had a great time.
Uh-huh.
The Canadians are really nice people. I mean, they really treated us well. We had a really nice place to stay. We shared this big three-story Victorian house with a group from South Carolina who was playing another club that was owned by the same people. And we would get together after the gig in this common living room downstairs and swap tales and so on and so forth and drink some beers and, you know.
It was the 70s, wasn't it?
Yes, this was around 74, 75, somewhere in there. Yeah, we were on the road a lot.
Well, in all your time on the road, like in all my time on the road, like I've visited a lot of places, but I've never found a place that I'd rather live than right here.
Oh, yeah.
And I take it that since you're still here, the same is probably true for you.
Yeah, I lived in, we were in California with the String Bean String Band for a year, recording a lot. And then I came back to Indiana and ended up in the Phoenix, Arizona area for 7.5 years. And then I went to Colorado for a year and a half. And then actually that was in the middle, and then I went back for another 4 years or so in Arizona, which made up for the 7.5 years.
And all beautiful places, right?
Oh, yeah. Colorado Springs is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful city. We lived up in the foothills of Pikes Peak, up above Colorado Springs, about 25 miles up. Colorado Springs is 6,100 feet. It's higher than Denver. And then we were up another probably 8 or 9, maybe 1,000 feet above that.
Sure. The oxygen deprivation is pretty rough. I wouldn't have to tell you I hadn't dealt with that kind of thing. But I guess what I'm getting at is they say that patriotism is kind of the belief that wherever you were born is the best place in the world because you were born there. And I think that's probably true unless you live in Brown County, because this just is the best place on earth.
Yes, I agree.
So
Well, you know, I've been back for 8 years now, over 8 years, from, you know, all over, living all over.
Uh-huh.
Was in Ohio for 5 years.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, my wife had a teaching job over there. We're not together anymore, but we're still friends. And she helps me write, like that High Lonesome Wind song.
That's awesome.
She's a published author and a poet and a lyricist. And
Uh-huh. Well, we have a lot in common. You being a guitar playing, harmonica playing, singing, songwriting dude and a Brown Countyan. You told me you're going to play some harmonica here in a little bit as well. As you got some of that.
a couple more songs.
Cool.
And I'm going to do a
I'll
little
be patient.
harmonica improv, just
Right on.
for 45 seconds or a minute or something.
Uh-huh. Sounds
Just
cool.
to do a little blues thing.
Right on. Well, I'm going to get out of your way again. I appreciate you chatting with me and indulging me there, but I'm looking forward to hearing your next song.
Okay. I wrote this song for my dear friend Karen Adams. She lives in Terre Haute. I don't see her that often because of this whole virus thing. But, and she and I have written a couple of songs together here recently. But she's just a real special person to me. She's absolutely one of my best friends. This is called My Forever Brand New Friend. Special lady, friend of mine, I knew you from the start. It was such a natural thing. Your smile was from the heart. Now this feeling will never end. No matter how far away, no matter when, you will always be my brand new friend. I just want you to know, if you're ever feeling down, you can always talk to me. In some way I'll be around. Now this feeling will never end. No matter how far away, no matter when, you will always be my brand new friend. My brand new friend. Going to do a song that the concept of this song came from my daughter, who was 8 years old at the time. She and her mother were driving home. We lived out on Christiansburg Road at the time. And that big, bright, orange harvest moon came up over the trees. And Erin, my daughter, who was 8, she said, "Look, Mama, it's the jack-o'-lantern moon." So from that point, little pieces of paper ended up on the dining table with little lines here and there that Erin had written and her mother had written. And I basically took all those, random little lines and put some kind of order into them and then wrote the music to it. But Erin came up with the first chorus all by herself. So and she is now 30, and she's a great songwriter. She released an album of all of her own songs when she was a senior in high school. And she's an actor and a writer and a graphic artist and a theatrical makeup artist, and she does it all. So, this is called a Jack-o'-lantern Moon. Winter will be coming soon, the hoot owl's calling me. The mist is rising from the ground, the wind is blowing through the trees. Out on the hill, a coyote howls, the leaves are red and gold. This ancient song brings to me a memory, oh so old. Flower blossoms disappear, the moon is full, October's here. It's the night of the jack-o'-lantern moon. I held you in another time, it ended all too soon. It's not a dream, I realize as I stare at the jack-o'-lantern moon. Old legends sing of lovers bound by fate who must return. This magic midnight calls your name, and cold the fire burns in the face of the jack-o'-lantern moon. The flower blossoms disappear, the moon is full, October's here. It's the night of the jack-o'-lantern moon. Thank you, folks. I'm going to wet my whistle here. A brief improvisation on the harmonica in the key of D. We be jamming. All right. I didn't write this song, but I love this song. It's I put it on my CD, Been Around, that I put out in 2008. And it was written by a friend of mine who I haven't seen in some time. He lives in Florida now. He's a Bloomington boy. His name is Roger Scales, a really good songwriter. And I used to hang out with a bunch of Bloomington folks, and back in the early 70s, just before the String Bean String Band days. And Roger and I would go to these get-togethers, and we would trade songs that we'd written. 6-pack of cheap beer apiece, and loosen up a little bit. And anyway, he sang this song to me one night at one of those parties, and I just loved it. It's called Far Away. Midnight on the sea, that's where I want to be, out on the breeze, resting up my mind, not counting up the time it takes me, sailing on an open sea, far away from things that trouble me. Gliding over mountain tops, I'm never gonna drop back to the ground. Floating in a clear blue sky, Lord, that's just where I long to be. Resting on a cloud so white, nothing but the sound of wings in flight. Gazing in your eyes makes me realize my dreams are there. When I'm close to you, I can't help but lose all my cares. Thanks. Okay, I wrote this song in 1970, and I didn't really know. I thought I was singing it, writing it to this lady from Bloomington, but after a while, several years, I decided that it was just about me looking for the truth, or whatever you want to get philosophical, but whatever. People seem to like this song, and I've been doing it now since I wrote it in 1970. and I get requests for it once in a while. So it's called Smiles. Lovers with unending smiles, they would walk with you a while, just because they like your style. What am I to say? But it wouldn't really matter right now why it's like this, or even how. I'll just take another bow. It'll happen anyway. So we go from high to low, always asking for a reason. But it's not you who changes, you know. It's the passing of the season. Wishful thinkers sometimes say things will surely work out someday. It'll happen anyway. Just give me one more day. So we go from high to low, always asking for a reason. But it's not you who changes, you know. It's the passing of the season. Lovers with unending smiles, they would walk with you a while, just because they like your style. What am I to say? I'm going to do a song about my daughter. She was 13 at the time when I wrote this. I was standing in the dining room with the whole the south wall of the dining room was all windows. And she came walking around the deck of the house and sat down in the swing set down below where I was in the dining room. And this song came to me, and it came so fast I couldn't hardly write it down fast enough. It came so fast, the music and the words all together, and it was done in 20 minutes. And I talked about my daughter before. Her name is Erin, and this is Erin's song. She's walking with grace in the green grass of May, just one day beyond her 13th birthday. Soft brown eyes and a sweet gentle smile, she follows her heart all the while. The angels, they love her, her spirit is pure. When she sings, she feels their presence is near. She is of the springtime and always will be. But she is the best part of me. When the winter winds blow and I go fast asleep, this song in my soul she will comfort and keep. Now the sun shines on new leaves and the promise of youth. She will always be beauty, she will always be truth. When the winter winds blow and I go fast asleep, this song in my soul she will comfort and keep. Now the sun shines on new leaves and the promise of youth. She will always be beauty, she will always be truth. Thank you, guys. I'm going to do one more song here. This was 1973. It was August. I was driving up to Carmel to the Cattleman Steakhouse restaurant where we were playing, the String Bean String Band, that is. And this along about Stone's Crossing. I think they might call it whatever that high school is up there, Center Grove. Anyway, this song came to me, and it started out, and we ran through it that afternoon at the rehearsal before we did our gig. And it started out as, with a bluegrass tempo, but then when I was out in Arizona, I was working with some guys, a guy named Bob Hinkey, who had been with the Goose Creek Symphony and Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show for a while, and and I was in a couple of bands with Bob, and he said, "I like that song, but let's rock it up. Let's rock it. Let's make it like a Southern boogie kind of thing." So that's what we did, and it's been that way ever since. And it's on my album, Been Around, called Road Blues. Well, the summer's sunburned ground spread out all around. I'm driving down this highway on another crazy day, and I've been up and down and all around on a road that goes no place. And I'm getting gray hairs in my beard and wrinkles on my face, and the time keeps rolling on. Everything seems the same. Sometimes I get to where I don't even know my name. And I play guitar in a traveling band for bars and one-night stands. Sometimes it's better than working for a living, and I do the best I can. I wear old blue jeans, I drive a pick-em-up truck, and I'm a tax-paying citizen too. Sometimes I got Sundays off, once in a while a vacation. Reckon that'll have to do. And the time keeps rolling on. Everything seems the same. Sometimes I get to where I don't even know my name. So I'll keep on moving on, ain't got time to stay too long. I'm just living from day to day, 'cause I forgot just what went wrong. but there's someone waiting for me at the end of the line. I say, and when I get off this road, I know she'll ease my mind. But now the time keeps rolling on, everything seems the same. Sometimes I get to where I don't even know my name, and the time keeps rolling on, everything seems the same. Sometimes I get to where I don't even know my name.
All right. Robbie, that last song was a rocker. I can imagine the full band behind that one.
Yeah.
String band. There were no drums there, was there?
Oh, yeah, later
Was
on
there?
we added Art Nash from Mason Prophet when they broke up. We just happened to grab him at the right time, and he stayed with us till the end.
Now, Mason Prophet, that was like, that's kind of a big name, isn't it?
Yeah, they were out of Indianapolis, but then they went to Chicago, and they made several albums. They got on Warner Brothers, their last two albums, and then the Talbot brothers, who were basically in charge of the band, they decided they wanted to go off and do a duo. So they disbanded Mason Prophet, and Art was available, and
Snatched him.
a mutual friend of ours introduced him to us. He sat in with us one night at a club in Indianapolis, and we asked him to join the band, and he had to go back to California to tie up some loose ends. That he was living there, and then
Do you have recordings that were made during that period of time where the drummer was at the band?
I got a bunch of recordings. We must have recorded 20 songs out in California.
Oh, awesome. I'll have to get a hold of some of those. You got some of those with you tonight?
I don't have them with me tonight.
Okay. Well, I'll keep in touch, and I'll get
Oh,
back
yeah,
with you.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see. I'd like to hear that. Is that song recorded there? The last one you did?
It's
Was
on
that-
my Been Around album that I put out in 2008.
Okay. And we'll have to hear the production of that there.
It's the last song on the album, as a matter of fact.
Awesome. And was that the last song for tonight?
Yes,
That's
that's it.
All right. Well, we sure appreciate you, man. You're a treasure. You're a wealth of information, a
Thank
wealth
you.
of music, and we sure love you.
Thank you, Keenan.
Dave and Carol Gore were watching online there, and some other folks whose names I can't remember because they're not as familiar as my neighbors down the road, but people across the country are enjoying you.
My friends Jim and Ann Moore in Oregon, Keith and Sandy Mathis in Florida, and so Bob Smerdell at the winery put it on his Facebook, so I passed it around. And
If there's anybody else you want to shout out to, now's the time before we call it a night and bid everybody adieu.
I'd like to say hi to Karen. I hope she's doing well.
Right on. I appreciate you, Robbie. Thank you for coming out.
My pleasure.
Sure love you, brother. This has been the stream from Rainwater Studios this Wednesday night. Thank you for tuning in and catching our local legend, Robbie Bowden. It's been a pleasure. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll catch you next week. Oh, one more thing. Friday night, we're going to stream South of 44, some more local treasures. Eric Hamblin and the boys are going to come down here and stream the full band. It's their album release show, so tune in Friday night at 9 p.m. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you later. Yeah, I should have jumped up there and played the harmonica for you on the last song.
That would have been badass.
Yeah.
I loved your harmonica playing in there. Do you play it while you're playing guitar?
I should have thought
Yeah, I
that
do.
beforehand.
Yeah, and I can do it while I'm playing bass.